This video, we're going to determine whether an if-then statement is true or false. Some of these statements are going to seem kind of silly, but they're going to be what we call vacuously true because the condition, the premise, is false, so the statement is automatically true. Number 24 is going to be an example of that. If a triangle is a parallelogram, then all rectangles are squares. So the statement, a triangle is a parallelogram, is false, and the statement, all rectangles are squares, that's true. False implies true if we look at our P, Q, P implies Q truth table. We had true, false, true, true. We're on this row right here. P is false and Q is true. So that results in a true statement. If Florida is in the United States, then all squares are rectangles. True implies, then all rectangles are squares. True implies false. That's false, right? Because some rectangles are squares, but not all rectangles are squares. So there are plenty of rectangles that are not squares. I had read that backwards before because that said the same thing, but we're on this row down here then in the first example. And we're on this row here in the second example. If Florida is in the United States, that's true, then all squares are rectangles. Now they switched it around, all squares are rectangles. That's true. Every square is a rectangle. So that's going to be true. If 9 plus 2 equals 19, that's false. Then Canada is in North America, that's true. Because the premise is false, this is automatically going to be true. If horses have 6 legs, that's false. Then Benjamin Franklin was the first president of the United States, that's false. But because the premise is false, this is automatically true. If baseball is a sport, that's true. Then the letter E is a constant, that's false. True implies false is false. Okay, so that's going to be some tricky things. You're not just going to look at that and decide off of a gut reaction of, oh, part of that is false, so it's all false. You're going to have to look at it with the if-then truth table. Come back and talk about the connection between conditional statements and another way to write them in the form of if P then Q, if it's not written that way already.